Hi everybody, welcome to another recruitment tip, and this week I want to talk about whether a 4-day work week is going to be the future. So at next week's Economic Reform Roundtable, the Australian Council of Trade Unions, or the ACTU, will call for shorter working hours with no loss of pay. And for sectors where a 4-day work week may not be feasible, the ACTU proposes alternatives such as more rostered days off, additional annual leave, and redesigned rosters for greater predictability, security, and work-life balance. So you may be asking, what is the Economic Reform Roundtable? Well, it's a 3-day invitation-only forum convened by the Australian government led by Treasurer Jim Chalmers and supported by other key ministers. It's set to take place on the 19th to the 21st of August at Parliament House in Canberra. The purpose is to build consensus around major long-term economic reforms aimed at improving productivity, enhancing economic resilience, and strengthening the sustainability of the budget. So, the ACTU insists that pay and conditions, penalty rates, overtime, and minimum staffing levels must be protected. They cite domestic and international trials as well as 2023 Swinburne University study showing that reduced working hours often lead to higher productivity. According to the ACTU, Australia's slow productivity growth stems from a lack of business investment in capital, research, and people. The Productivity Commission has noted that Australians work record-long hours without corresponding efficiency gains, particularly due to insufficient business investment. ACTU President Michelle O'Neill argues that shorter hours may improve productivity, health, and well-being, and that productivity gains should benefit all Australians, not just those with money and power. She stresses that a fair go in the age of AI should raise living standards rather than inflate corporate profits and executive bonuses. The Australian Greens support the push, with Senator Barbara Pocock pointing out that profits have grown, workers' share has shrunk. She highlights the trial of 4-day weeks have proven benefits for both workers and businesses, and argues that the government needs to put the idea on the productivity roundtable agenda. Pocock notes that Australia has already made progress of flexible work, remote work, and the right to disconnect, and calls for a 4-day week, the obvious next step towards justice for working people. So are we going to see a 4-day work week in Australia as the norm? Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear some insights from people who are working in 4-day weeks or trialing it now. And I look forward to sharing another tip with you next week. I hope this one was insightful and helpful for you. Thanks for watching.